speeches. This is the first one I've ever given in my whole life. So I wouldn't mind it if you guys just kind of gave me a round of applause right now, just to kind of boost me up. Thank you, I appreciate that. A lot of great speeches before me, so I feel like it's a tough act to follow, but I'll try my best. Natasha Skips called me into the office the first week of June and told me that I had been chosen to be the valedictorian for the 2017 paralegal class. I thanked her and returned to class not fully comprehending what had just happened. After class that night, driving home, I was excited to deliver the great news to my family, and I remember thinking that I worked hard for this honor, and to be recognized in such a way, well, it's not something that happens every day. Before coming to Fremont, I lost my business, moved back to Southern California, and worked many different jobs and had countless interviews to try and find a position that would match my skills. These are just a few of the many challenges that I continue to face. It would be fair to say that when I moved back to Southern California in 2011, I was putting the blame at everyone for the loss I had incurred and the debt I had amassed. But when my son Rami was born, everything changed. I realized that no one is affected when you play the victim, and the world doesn't stop or change for you. The only one who is affected is yourself, and it is a paralyzing state of mind to be in. So I made a choice to fight for my goals and to be a better example for my family. The next day, after learning that I had been selected for this great honor, I walked into class and I noticed all the faces of my fellow students whom I've had the privilege of knowing. And I quickly realized that I'm not the only one who has suffered adversity in my life. All my fellow classmates on stage today come from different backgrounds and have their own experiences and stories that have helped shape who they are today. Ultimately, these experiences have led them to the stage to be recognized for their achievements. They too have made and continue to make sacrifices on a daily basis. I know this because I've been fortunate enough to hear them share their stories with me. And for that, I thank them. I don't believe that it's the job of great institutions like Fremont College and others to provide the drive and overall success of students. It's us, it's as individuals in life. We need to be proactive and inspire ourselves enough to exploit to our advantage the information and opportunities that exist. Great instructors like Mr. Ibanez and Mr. Rebernick can provide information and direction, but it's up to us to go after it. I believe that my fellow students on stage today have done just that, and for that, I share and dedicate this great honor with them. I want to thank a few people for making Fremont College an amazing experience. Mr. Ibanez for always challenging us in class and never moving on unless everyone's questions have been answered, and for genuinely making every student feel that they leave class knowing a little more every day. Mr. Rebernick for his sarcasm, wit, and his ability to make otherwise mundane topics interesting and engaging. Thank you, Mr. Ibanez and Mr. Rebernick, for all you have done and continue to do for the students at Fremont. Natasha Skips for being, in my opinion, the face of Fremont. She has always been there to help and provide guidance for the students. Thank you. And of course, my wife, Vida, I love you so much for all your support, for the weekends I've sacrificed being without the family so that I could study, and for always keeping me level. And to the greatest mother on earth for always believing in me, I owe you my life. For the things you've done for me, I love you and thank you. And of course, for my greatest achievement ever is my son Rami and my daughter Samira. I love you both. Thank you.